Hey all, welcome to episode number 4 of the Take 10 podcast. I'm excited to have you join the journey tonight, or depending on when you're listening to this, it could be afternoon or good morning or just whenever you're listening to it. I hope your day is going pretty fantastic. I'm excited for tonight's episode. We're going to be talking about breathing techniques and how it can improve and help our overall mental well-being. But before we jump in, I wanted to give a quick maybe apology, but also thanks, because this apology and what it stemmed from gave us tonight's episode. And the apology is that I'm sorry that we missed an episode last week. The reasoning for that was my family, parents and sister and her family, and my 3 nieces and nephews were all in Arizona hanging out. We were enjoying the sunshine, enjoying the heat of Arizona, the pool, and just time together. Happy to report that there really were no sunburns, no huge arguments, and everybody made it home safely. But because they were in town, I did miss putting out an episode. And I think it's okay. We enjoyed a week together at a hotel here in Arizona, and our days were pretty fantastic. It would be waking up in the morning, doing some breakfast, and just playing around, maybe a quick bike ride around the hotel before it got too hot, then the swimming pool, and maybe doing some arts and crafts by the pool, if that was one of the daily activities, then back into the pool before going back to the room for lunch, back to the pool after lunch, only to get out to go back to the room for dinner. Then after dinner, back to the pool for a pre-bedtime swim. So when I say we spent a lot of time at the pool, I mean we spent a lot of time at the pool. One of the evenings, though, after we got out of the pool, we would go to the room and have an evening snack or treat for the kids and watch a show before ultimately they went to bed. And I have a nephew who is 7. I have a niece who is 5, and then a nephew who is 3. And on episode number 2, I believe, I put out an episode about non-sleep deep rest, a basically meditation episode. And my nieces and nephews listen to it before they go to bed, which I think is just the cutest thing. And so my sister was getting everybody ready for bed, and she said, all right, let's get ready to say our goodnights, and we're going to go to bed, and we're going to listen to Bobo, which is my nickname for my nieces and nephews. She said, we're going to go listen to Bobo's meditation mix. And my 7-year-old nephew said that was good. He was excited about it. He liked it, but he wished that I had more calming and relaxing episodes, and that his request was that I would talk more about some of those topics. And so I began thinking about some of the things that I try to implement on my daily routine that helps me relax. And one of the things that I have found incredibly beneficial is to breathe. And I've tried to be more intentional about completing breathing exercises to help relax, reduce stress or anxiety, and just help with my overall well-being. And so I thought that this would be a great topic that we could go over because I found benefit in it. I know others find benefit in completing a breathing exercise or routine. And one of the greatest things about it is that it can obviously help improve our mental health, but even if you are in a good mental health state, practicing a breathing routine has benefits for you as well. And so tonight, what I would like to do is just talk a little bit about breathing. Talk about some of the benefits associated with breathing. Would like to then cover some of the more common breathing techniques, and what benefits those bring to you when you complete them. And then to close things out, we'll just go through a literally quick 1 or 2 minute breathing exercise. But my intent here is that as a result of completing this episode, I would like to create a more guided breathing exercise, not only for my nieces and nephews, but for you as well. And the breathing exercise will be a standalone quote unquote episode that I'll put up, and there will be no real background or talking about breathing. It'll just be the guided meditation or breathing exercise. So that if you wanted to get in and just complete the exercise, you could do that. So be on the lookout for that. I hope to have that done in the next week or so. So with that, let us talk about breathing and our overall mental well-being. So breathing, and specifically breathing exercises, can play a significant role in improving our overall mental well-being. So let me talk about some of the more common benefits of breathing exercises and how they contribute to your overall mental well-being. Number 1, it helps reduce stress and anxiety. Breathing exercises activate the body's relaxation response, which helps reduce stress and anxiety levels. These breathing exercises can help promote a sense of calm. They can regulate the autonomic nervous system and lower the production of stress hormones like cortisol. So this can help alleviate symptoms of anxiety, and it can create a greater sense of overall well-being. Benefit number 2 of breathing exercises is that it can help with our emotional regulation. By practicing conscious breathing techniques, it can help regulate emotions by increasing our self-awareness and promoting mindfulness. It can allow for better emotional self-regulation and allows a greater ability to respond to challenging situations in a balanced manner. Number 3, it can help with increased mindfulness. Breathing exercises are often used as a gateway into mindfulness. By paying attention to the present moment and the sensations of your breath, individuals can develop a heightened state of awareness. This mindfulness practice can help enhance self-compassion, reduce rumination, and improve our overall mental clarity. Number 4, breathing exercises can help improve our mood and improve our relaxation. Both good things. Deep, slow breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps trigger a relaxation response in our body. It can lead to a reduction in symptoms of depression, increase our mood, and it can help with an overall sense of relaxation and well-being. Number 5, breathing exercises can help enhance our focus and our concentration. By practicing certain breathing techniques like focused or deep breathing, that can help improve our focus and our concentration by bringing concentration by bringing attention to the breath and the sensations that are associated with it. Individuals can help improve and sharpen their focus, improve cognitive performance, and increase productivity. Breathing exercises can also help increase better quality of sleep. So if you struggle with sleeping or the quality of your sleep, a breathing exercise may have great benefit to you. Breathing exercises can promote better sleep quality by calming the mind and relaxing your body, and by engaging in deep breathing or relaxation techniques before bedtime. It can help reduce racing thoughts, alleviate insomnia symptoms, which helps facilitate a more restful sleep for yourself. So, good stuff there. Well, the last two benefits that we'll quickly talk about are, first, breathing can also help increase with our energy and our vitality. So if you're looking for some more energy, breathing can help with that. And it does this by, as you complete or practice proper breathing techniques, it optimizes the oxygen intake and circulation in your body. So it supplies the body with an ample amount of oxygen, giving you this added vitality and energy. So a lot of professional athletes are very not concerned, but they practice breathing techniques because it can really help give them that increased energy, which gives them a leg up, if you will, on their physical performance. So it can help us as well. And lastly, the eighth benefit that I would say breathing exercises provide is for an improved respiratory functions. So by completing focused breathing exercises, it can strengthen our respiratory muscles. It can increase lung capacity and enhance just overall respiratory function. Obviously, this is going to be very beneficial for those that have respiratory conditions, or it can also be beneficial for those that are just looking to optimize their ability to breathe efficiently. So those are some benefits, but why don't we talk about some of the more common breathing techniques? And we're going to cover 5. How do we say this? I've completed a breathing exercise for all 5 of these techniques. Some of them are a little bit different. I'll let you guess which one is the one that I thought was a little different, and if I don't give it away in my rambling. But but I've tried all 5. There are definitely some that I find more beneficial for me, and I do utilize those on a daily basis. So what I would say is give these a shot, see what works for you, and use what works and discard what doesn't. Cool? All right. So in these examples, I'm going to explain a little bit about what the breathing exercise is, as well as how you can go about completing each of the different techniques, just to give you a better idea. And I would also note that these are just a few of the examples of breathing techniques that are out there. There are many other breathing techniques with specific purposes, so always a good option to explore and find the technique that works best for you and for the needs of what you're looking for. So, breathing technique number 1, numero uno, is diaphragmatic breathing. And this is really deep breathing, which focuses on expanding your diaphragm to allow for maximum air intake and relaxation. Diaphragmatic breathing is also known as belly breathing or deep breathing. And in this technique, it involves consciously engaging and utilizing your diaphragm when breathing. And the diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle that's just below the lungs, which helps efficient and deep breaths. So if you wanted to participate in diaphragmatic breathing or deep breathing, what you want to do is you want to focus on expanding your abdomen rather than your chest. And here are some steps that you can take to ensure that you are completing diaphragmatic breathing. Number one, find a comfortable position. And let me just start here. In all of these breathing techniques, comfort is good, but you could probably complete most, if not all, of these techniques anywhere that was needed. So, number one, find a comfortable position. In deep breathing, you can either sit or lie down, and you're going to want to make sure that your shoulders are relaxed. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your abdomen, just below the rib cage, and you're going to take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. And what you want to do is to allow your abdomen to expand. When you're breathing in through your nose, if you're doing it right, you should feel your hand on your abdomen rise while the hand on your chest remains relatively still. There may be some movement, but what you want is to really have that abdomen, the hand on your abdomen rise. Once you've inhaled through your nose, you're going to exhale slowly through your mouth, and you're going to empty your lungs completely. You're going to continue this deep breathing pattern, inhaling deeply through your nose and exhaling fully through your mouth. And what you want to do is focus on making your breath smooth and relaxed as possible. And you can do this for as long or as short as needed. In diaphragmatic breathing, when you engage the diaphragm, it helps to fully oxygenate your body, and it promotes a sense of calm and relaxation. Deep breathing is often utilized in practices like meditation to help with stress reduction and anxiety management. And regular practice with deep breathing can also help improve your lung function and just overall breathing efficiency. The second technique that we're going to talk about is box breathing. Box breathing is also known as square breathing. And this is a pretty simple but effective breathing technique to help with overall relaxation, to help reduce stress, and to even enhance focus. It includes a 4-step pattern of equal counts for breath. So you're going to inhale, you're going to hold your breath, you're going to exhale, and then once you've exhaled, you're going to hold your breath again. So the name box breathing comes from a visualization in your mind, the pattern as the 4 sides of a square. So when you think about, when I think about this breathing exercise, when I breathe in through my nose, I'm imagining a line going from bottom left to top left. I'm going to hold my breath, and I'm going to imagine a line going from top left to top right. When I exhale, I'm going to imagine a line going from top right to bottom right. And then when I hold my breath after I've exhaled, I'm imagining a line going from bottom right to bottom left. So you're creating a square. And if you can't see the video, I'm trying to make a square out of my fingers, and I don't know how well it's working. So here is how you complete or can practice box breathing. Again, comfortable position. You can either sit or you can lie down. You're going to want to keep your spine straight. And in this breathing technique, you're going to take a few breaths to help relax before you begin. You're going to then inhale slowly and deeply through your nose to a count of, let's say, 4, and you're going to visualize tracing the first side of your square. Then you're going to hold your breath for a count of 4. While you're doing this, you're going to visualize tracing the second line of the square. And then you're going to exhale slowly and completely through your mouth for another count of 4, while visualizing tracing the third side of the square. Then you're going to hold your breath again for a count of 4, visualizing that last side of the square. You can repeat this cycle starting with the inhalation for several rounds as desired. Box breathing really helps regulate and balance your breath. It allows you to focus on the present moment and can help with creating a sense of calm. It can be used as a quick relaxation guide or technique during stressful situations, or it can also be used as a regular mindfulness meditation practice. When you're completing the breathing exercise, remember you can adjust the count to a comfortable pace for yourself. So it doesn't have to be 4 seconds. It could be 6 seconds. It could be 8 seconds. The important thing, though, is that for the inhalation, the breath hold, the exhalation, and the final breath hold should all be equal amounts. So if you're going to breathe in for 6, you're going to hold your breath for 6. You're going to exhale for 6. You're going to hold your breath for 6. It shouldn't be like inhale for 2, hold your breath for 5, exhale for 3, hold your breath for 4. So just make sure that whatever count you're using it for each of the steps. All right. The third breathing technique, and I'm just going to give it away. This is the one that I tried that was a little bit awkward. I'm not knocking it. If anybody has success with this one, let me know. I think that where I got awkward with this one was because it's just something new, and it's a little bit, for me, it was a little bit strange. I'm not going to lie. It's called alternate nostril breathing. And alternate nostril breathing is a yoga breathing technique that is really designed to bring balance and flow of energy in your body. And it ultimately will help with overall well-being. And what it does is that it involves alternating inhaling and exhaling breath through your nostril while using specific hand positions. So let me explain how this works. If you're watching, I'm going to try and do a visual as well, so it might look a little bit funny. But again, you're going to find a comfortable seated position. So this one, it says to complete seated and not lying down. And what you're going to do is you're going to rest your left hand on your left knee. You're going to put your palm facing upward. It says that you can adopt what's called the chin mudra, which I apologize if I'm getting that wrong, which I think is like touching your thumb and your index finger together. I think of like the meditation, like the while touching your fingers together. So it says you could do that, or just leave your palm facing upward on your left knee. You're then going to lift your right hand, and you're going to place your right thumb on your right nostril to close it gently. Then you're going to inhale deeply through your left nostril to a slow count of 4. When you do that, you're then going to use your left nostril, you're going to close your left nostril with your right ring finger, and then you're going to lift your thumb from your right nostril, and you're going to exhale smoothly and completely through your right nostril to a count of 4. If you're watching the video, I apologize. I know that was probably weird looking. Then what you're going to do is you're going to inhale deeply through your right nostril to a count of 4. Then you're going to close your right nostril with your right thumb again, releasing the pressure on your left nostril. Then you're going to exhale smoothly and completely through your left nostril to a count of 4. And that is 1 round. It says that you should repeat the cycle for several rounds starting with the left nostril, but I guess you could probably start with the right. So the benefits of alternate nostril breathing is to help balance energy in your body, and it is said to harmonize the left and right hemispheres of your brain, which induces a sense of calmness and focus. Again, this is mainly practiced in yoga, meditation, or mindfulness routines, but it could be a helpful technique to use in reducing stress and promoting your overall well-being. The fourth breathing technique is called 4-7-8, and this is a technique that emphasizes a specific breathing pattern where you inhale for a count of 4, you hold your breath for a count of 7, and you exhale for a count of 8. So this is used really to aid in relaxation and sleep. So if you're wanting better sleep, try this one out, see how it works. Let me know if it works. This one's a little bit different than box breathing, because in box breathing, our inhale, breath hold, and exhale should all be for the same count. This one switches it up a little bit. If you want to complete this, let me just kind of go through a quick few steps that you can complete. Again, comfortable position, sitting or lying. This one, which I find benefit, it says close your eyes. When I'm doing breathing techniques, I like to close my eyes as well because I get distracted pretty easy. And so if I keep my eyes open, I'm maybe not paying as much attention to my inner self and my well-being, and I'm getting distracted. So I like to close my eyes, but I don't know if you absolutely have to. So again, it says close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to relax. Breathe out completely through your mouth, making a whooshing sound, which I guess is like I don't know. That's up to interpretation. So you're going to close your mouth. You're going to inhale quietly through your nose to a mental count of 4. You're then going to hold your breath for a count of 7 before exhaling slowly for a count of 8. And you're going to do this through your mouth while making that whooshing sound. Once you've inhaled, held your breath, and exhaled, that is one breathing cycle. And then this says, for maximum benefit, to repeat the cycle 4 times. So, obviously, the longest count is exhale on the 4-7-8 breathing technique, which places extended focus on the exhalation. And this is said to help activate the body's relaxation response. And it's recommended that you practice this technique regularly to experience the benefits in promoting calmness and reducing anxiety, and aiding in better sleep. The fifth one that we're going to cover, and the last one that we're going to cover, is breath counting. And in this technique, you just count your breaths, starting from 1 and going up to a certain number that you determine in your mind. And then you can complete multiple rounds of that if you wish. Breath counting is really a form of meditation. And it is designed to help improve overall focus and mindfulness. Breath counting is really simple, and again, just involves counting your breaths as a way to enhance your focus and cultivate a state of present moment awareness. And it can be a form of meditation or just simply used to improve your concentration. When I am in the moment, if I'm at work or in a situation where I find myself getting a little bit anxious or overwhelmed, breath counting is typically where I will go in utilization of my breathing techniques, because it's just super simple, and it's one that I don't really have to focus a whole lot on, like counting holding my breath, and it's just a way for me to breathe and to calm myself. So not saying it's the best, it's just the one that I'm probably most familiar with and the one that I utilize the most. So if you're going to complete breath counting, again, find a quiet and comfortable place to sit. You could lie down as well. In this one, you can close your eyes. I've also found that you can pick a spot somewhere, whether it be like on a wall or in the distance if you're outside, to just kind of focus and concentrate on. That has also helped me in my ability to relax. And then you're just going to start beginning to breathe naturally, without trying to control or alter your breath. And then when you breathe, each time you breathe in or out, you're giving yourself a count. And so what I would do in that situation is, if I'm breathing in, I'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever it may be. And then you just continue counting your breaths, inhaling and exhaling up to a certain number that you kind of preset for yourself, whether that be like 10 or whatever it is. And then once you reach that specified number, you can start again from 1 and continue the cycle. The goal of breath counting is really to maintain focus on the breath, without getting caught up in other thoughts or distractions. So if you find your mind wandering, do your best to bring your attention back to the next breath and the count that you're having. And breath counting really can be a valuable practice for improving concentration, developing mindfulness of the moment. And what I found most beneficial is calming the mind. This can be a standalone practice, or it could be used as part of an additional meditation or mindfulness routine. I found the most benefit of just completing this breathing exercise in moments of need. So these are just a few examples. Again, there are many other breathing techniques out there that have specific purposes. So if you're looking for something very specific to help with a certain situation or condition, I think the internet's a really good place to go to find which technique may be most beneficial for you. As we incorporate breathing exercises into our daily routine, it's what I like a lot about it is that it doesn't require much time or effort. I can do it at my desk. I can do it when I get home and I sit down. I can do it before bed. But so while it doesn't require much time or effort, it does have a significant impact, a positive impact on both, my physical and mental and emotional well-being. It's simple, it's accessible, and I can do it anywhere and at any time. And what I really like most, specifically talking just from experience on breath counting, is that I can customize it to suit my individual needs. So I could do 4 breaths, in, out, and I'm good. But all breathing techniques, provide valuable tools to help us manage stress, regulate our emotions, help us be more mindful. And when we combine all of these things, it helps promote our overall mental well-being. So with that, I thought we would just do a quick 1 or 2 minute breathing exercise to finish off our podcast today. So wherever you are, try and relax a little bit. Wiggle out your shoulders. If you're sitting down and able, close your eyes. If you're out driving or something like that, do not close your eyes. Be safe. And we're just going to take a few breaths in and out to kind of ground ourselves. So Just breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. If you're sitting, put both feet firmly on the ground. Push your feet into the ground. And close your eyes. And take a deep breath in. And out. Take a deep breath in. And out. Continue your breathing. And as you do, I want you to imagine a happy spot. A place that you can go to when things are challenging. This may be a place that you've previously visited. It may be a place that you currently are. It may be a place that you'd ultimately like to go. Keep breathing. It could also be a place in your imagination where you can escape. And as you breathe in and out, I want you to pay attention to the feelings that you get when you think of this special place. And to remember all of the challenges that you have overcome. Whether you know it or not, you've overcome all of your prior challenges. And you're going to overcome this one as well. And breathe in and out. And breathe in and out. Last one, breathe in and out. You can now open your eyes, but I want you to pay attention to the feelings you had of your special place. And I want you to pay attention to the feelings that you've had as you've completed this breathing exercise. That you can go about your day knowing that you're going to overcome. That you're more powerful and good than you may even realize. And I hope that as you go about today and tomorrow and the next day and each and every day, that you remember how much good you have inside of you and how much good that you can do in the world. And that each of us can have such a profound and impact on the world that we live in. And that as you encounter your life, that you continue to choose to do, to be, and to inspire good in all that you do. That's it for this episode of the Take 10 podcast. We'll see you next time. Thanks.